Hey guys, it's Rick. Welcome to the HDVIBE channel. If you'd like to see more tips, tricks, rides, reviews, installs on my Harley Davidson touring motorcycles, as well as information about motorcycles and the motorcycle community large, I should please hit that subscribe button. And when you do subscribe, please leave a comment down below saying I subscribe so I can personally reach out. Thank you for supporting the channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon to select all so you do get notified every time I do put out new content. So today, as you can see, I am up at the one and only Gateway Harley Davidson, and we are here for demo day. So I'm going to take you on probably a few rides and a few of the bikes today. Hang on and we'll get into it right after this. All right guys, I am actually going to take out the Lowrider ST today. So as you know, this Lowrider ST has the 117 engine on it. Has the T-bar setup, which is unique for me. I've never ridden a bike with a T-bar setup, but we'll see what this thing is all about here. This is my first time on the Lowrider ST, actually first time on a Lowrider. This is going to be interesting. Obviously it has the foot pegs versus the floorboards that I'm used to on the touring bikes. Yep, it's torquey. It'll go. So this fairing on the Lowrider ST, kind of similar to my Road Glide, obviously the fixed fairing. So it's going to be hard to tell from a wind perspective what this is doing, just because we're kind of doing a probably under 50 mile an hour route. But you know, just first impressions. I mean, obviously it has the solo seat on it. You know, pretty comfortable, a good riding position to get it with the mid controls. Something that I would definitely need to get used to, going from a touring or the grand touring bikes with the forward foot boards or floorboards, I guess you would call them. So far I'm enjoying this bike. Like I said, it does have a little bit more of a forward positioning from my perspective with these T-bars, although it does have a little bit of pullback on it, so it's not terrible. It's pretty twitchy. I mean, it's obviously a lighter weight bike with the 117, so you're going to get a lot more throttle response just because of the weight, and you do with the 117. But as far as maneuverability goes, these T-bars are kind of cool. They kind of, I mean, my arms are spread about shoulder width. It's pretty comfortable. I don't know if I'd want to tour necessarily on this thing, really, just because of the controls. It's got some giddy up, that's for sure, and it's maneuverable, no doubt about that. So I'm not sure how the exhaust note is coming through, but obviously stock pipes on this, as it is one of the bikes from Harley Davidson, so not much exhaust note coming out of these. Suspension, I haven't really hit many bumps yet, but not too bad. Got into it a little bit there. As you can see, this bike picks up pretty quick. It does have the digital readout for your speedometer right on the T-bars.
as well as your RPMs are noted there. And I'm sure if you flip through, there's probably a way. I don't know how to do that exactly, but flip through there, and there's probably some other readouts that are in there. And I don't know, I keep going back to this mid controls. I think you may be able to actually move this to forward controls. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a kit to convert it, but if I were to do that, that probably would be the way I would go with it. But then again, it's all kind of what you get accustomed to. So this one is actually in the Gunship Gray. Obviously has all of the bronze accents on it. So obviously with the mid controls, you can kind of get up off the seat pretty easily. Trying to figure out this rear brake a little bit. It could be just because it's different than, you actually have to point my toe down toward the ground more so than kind of up on the touring bike. So that would definitely be something I would have to get accustomed to as well, because I'm noticing what I'm doing is not applying as much rear brake as I normally would when I stop. I do try to use both brakes all the time when I stop, but with this kind of peg setup versus floorboards, obviously that rear brake is sort of flat, and you kind of have to get your toe pointed down to get that rear brake applied with the same pressure that you would with the front. It sits fairly low. I can flat foot this without any problem. So definitely, I think this is probably even a little bit lower than my the CVO Street Glide or the Road Glide Special. I got a lot of clearance when I stand up, a lot of daylight between me and the seat. So we're about 45, almost 50 miles an hour on this stretch. So, you know, from a bearing perspective, obviously it's certainly doing a good job protecting me from the wind. I would say, I don't know, if we get up to speed, the way this windshield is formed, or the angle on it, I'm guessing the wind would probably push up over my helmet, but I wouldn't want to say that with a 100% certainty. A little speed up, of course, only to the maximum speed limit of 40 miles an hour. But this bike definitely wants to go. Good throttle response. Pretty comfortable. You know, this road is not, it's a little bumpy, so it seems like it's taken the bumps pretty well. I definitely appreciate the folks at Gateway Harley Davidson giving me the opportunity to spend the day here and get out to ride some of these bikes. And certainly I'll be riding some bikes that I have not ridden before. Obviously this one here, the Lowrider ST, which pretty hard bike to find in general. So I certainly feel honored to be able to ride this one. Give it a little whirl. So we're just about coming up to the end of our demo ride. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Life is short. get out, ride the bike. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.